Hi Aquarius, welcome to Carol's Universe Tarot Readings from the Heart. Thanks ever so much for joining me on your readings for 2018. This is your, I mean, you know, they are kind of year ahead readings. They are year ahead readings, but they're being done differently this time. I think because what I wanted to do was do something that more gave power back to the client, but back to the viewer. I didn't just want to do a predictive reading. I mean, if you guys still want me to do a live spread, I mean, I might do something like a 6-month overview that I can see coming in for you guys. Maybe I'll do it sort of, you know, around June, July for, you know, 6 months until the end of the year, something like that. But for now, I really wanted to just do readings that I felt would really empower, you know, my viewers, that would really empower people. There's 2 types of readings coming up for you guys. The first one is how to live your best life in 2018. And whatever the cards are saying and whatever they show us, they'll show us a snap of your lives in 2018 and a particular place that you might need to improve or work on. So that's the whole point of that for some of you guys, there might be, you know, we all live, you know, different lives. We all live different experiences. Life isn't just one-dimensional. There's many strains, there's many experiences that people go through. So some people might want to change their working environment in 2018, and for some people, changing their working environment might enhance their lives. For some people, it might be that they want to move home or they want to move abroad, and for some people that might enhance their lives. So it's just taking a little snap, you know, a little snap of your lives in 2018 and saying, well, if you change this, then maybe this is how you would enhance it. Okay, and we'll see what the cards have to say. You'll see what I mean when we come to do this reading. The other reading that you're going to have coming up is how to find true love in 2018. You know, a lot of people come to me and they say, will I find true love? When will I find true love? And I thought it would be a good idea really to try and hone us in on, this reading is geared towards you guys who are looking for love. So it doesn't matter even if you're in a relationship at the moment, you might not be that happy in the relationship, and you might, Aquarius, be looking for the one, for the person that's going to make you feel great. So, and if you're single as well, those readings will be for you. Whenever I start doing readings for YouTube, a new spread, I always devise it on myself, and this was really, really accurate when I did this reading on myself last week, and I thought, yeah, this was a good reading, and it was absolutely accurate for me. I'm definitely the High Priestess showing there. High Priestess is usually dealing a lot of spiritual work, and I'm a tarot reader. I'm not going to say exactly what the reading was about. Maybe you can have a little guess or something, but this was really so honest and so true and so accurate when I did it on myself. The reading will also be available on the website as a private reading. So without further ado, I'll show you what we're using. We're using the Universal Weight Tarot deck. It's based on the Rider-Waite More Vibrant Colours for the actual reading. We're using, for your advice cards afterwards, Healing with the Angels, Getting into the Vortex. So Healing with the Angels is by Doreen Virtue. Getting into the Vortex by Esther and Jerry Hicks as an advice card. And this is the advice card used by Doreen Virtue. It's the Archangel Power Tarot cards by Doreen Virtue and Radley Valentine. Okay, so without further ado, we move the advice cards to the side until we need them after the reading. Just move that box on there, and we're going to start shuffling the deck. Universe, Spirit, what do you feel Aquarius need to do in 2018 to live their best lives? What is it that Aquarius need to do to lead their best lives, to live their best lives in 2018? What is it Aquarius needs to do? What would they need to focus on in order to live the best life that they can in 2018? Show me where everything starts. So show me distant past, foundation. What is the heart of the matter? Or what will be the heart of the matter for Aquarius in position 1? Where does this lead them to in position 2, i.e. first stage of how they start to live the best lives that they can? Show me in position 3 what their goals will be for 2018. Show me in position 4 what the focus will be on, therefore, in 2018. Show me in position 5 what their challenge will be in 2018. Show me in position 6 how they overcome the challenge. And that will be stage 2 of how they start to live the best life that they can in 2018. Show me in position 7 for Aquarius. And that is stage 3 of how they can start to live the best lives that they possibly can. Show me in position 8 who Aquarius is in 2018, going on from now into 2018. Show me in position 9, influence is coming in, things that they might need to deal with. Show me in position 10, what their hopes or desires will be for 2018. And show me in position 11, what is your overall advice on how Aquarius should go about living the best life that they can in 2018. Show me. All right, so we've shuffled the cards. We're going to split the deck into 3 Aquarius. We're going to collect that back up. I will try and make these readings about half an hour. The other readings, I've done 4 signs already, and each reading, for each of those readings, it was an hour in length. And I'm putting the cards around this way because I've shuffled them this way, so I have to turn them this way so you can get to see the cards, because they're upside down to me, but I get to see them on a screen, you see. So everything appears upright to me when I'm looking on the screen. Let's pull these up a bit. So this is the heart of the matter for you guys. This is where everything's starting. This is how it evolves. This will be from here how it evolves. This will be this kind of the wake-up call as to what you need to do to start managing or creating the best life that you can. Position 3 is your goals. Position 4 is, as a result of that, where the focus is. Position 5 is what your challenges are. Position 6, stage 2, is how you manage that challenge and how you start the second stage to living the best life that you can. Position 7, stage 3, is how you start to evolve and move forward in terms of trying to live the best life that you can in 2018. Position 8 is you guys in 2018, possibly going on from before and who you are going into 2018. Position 9 is influences coming in, things that you might need to deal with, Aquarius. Position 10 is your hopes or desires, hopes or fears for 2018. And position 11 is actually going to tell you or give you advice. It's not telling you what's coming in, it's giving you advice on how you handle or how you start to develop the best life that you possibly can in 2018. Okay, we'll leave that to the side in case we need some clarifiers. So what's at the heart, what's the root of the issue for you guys? What's the concern? So this is the area that talks about the concern for you. Well, the 7 of Coins is reversed. So some of you guys, the concern is that you, and it could be in anything. We do have a love reading coming up, so we're not going to focus so much on love, but this is anything. 7 of Coins in the reverse is all about putting a lot of effort into a situation, but you're not getting things back. So you might have, spent 10 years in a particular job that you're in, and you might have put your all into that. And it might be that it comes to promotion time. Some of you guys might want a promotion, and you might find that you're overlooked for a promotion. Because the 7 of Coins in the reverse says, I don't get the rewards. I've put a lot into this thing, but I'm not actually being rewarded. So some of you guys, the root issue for you guys is that you're not being rewarded in your lives, I feel, coming up to now. And as a result of that, I feel that the focus, and this is stage 2, is the World in the reverse. A lot of reversals showing here, but not too many. But it doesn't matter. Look, don't be afraid of reversals. Reversals are good because they give depth and tone and they open things up. So your focus is on the World. And this is about rising higher and moving further. Because the World in the reverse represents things that are still open, the things that have not been tackled, things have not been dealt with. There's unfinished business. So as a result of that, stage 2, as a result of, not getting what you want, feeling unrewarded for some of you guys with that 7 of Coins in reverse, as a result of that, you guys are focusing on, in stage 1, opening up your world, I feel, with this World card in the reverse. You're focusing on trying to complete a matter. It's not in the upright, which would talk about completion. But if you're not getting what you want here, then it might have been in stage 2, well, I need to leave this thing. I need to draw a close to it. World in the upright is about closure and ending a cycle. So if the focus is on, if the situation is about, well, I'm not getting what I want, then it might be in stage 1. Some of you guys would say, well, I need to close this down. If I'm not getting what I want here, then I need to just draw a line under the sand with it. But the World is in the upright. So it says, I need to finish this thing. Your focus is on getting what you want. It's saying, look, I'm not getting what I want here. I'm not being rewarded. So in stage 1, what I need to do is perhaps open things up a little bit more. Give myself a little bit more of a chance with this World in the reverse. Because your goals are, Aquarius, in 2018, the Queen of Cups. Some of you guys, your goals might be to do something creative. Queen of Cups energy represents empathy. It represents to be a counsellor. It represents to be a painter. It represents to be a poet. It represents to have some amazing, fantastical dreams when you get the Queen of Cups. So if your goal is the Queen of Cups, this is not only to feel emotionally satisfied, but if we're looking at maybe a working situation here for some of you Aquarians, it might be, well, your goal is to find the very thing that you feel you connect with on a very deep spiritual level. Okay, so you might be looking to connect with something on a very deep spiritual level, and it might be that here, the work that you've put into a certain area, whatever it is that you do for a living for some of you guys, Aquarius, it might be with the Seven of Coins, well, I don't feel rewarded. But usually the Seven of Coins in the reverse means, I mean, it can mean anything, because the Seven of the Coins, the Pentacles in the Tarot, Aquarius, are not all to do with money. It's to do with earthly matters and circumstances and experiences and health and vitality. Either way, whatever the situation is, you're not being rewarded here, I feel. And as a result of that, it's led you on to stage one of trying to develop the best life that you can. And that is about finding a way to turn this from here into this. And as a result of that, your goals are, I need something with this Queen of Cups energy that connects me, that makes me feel connected, that makes me feel at one, that makes me feel that I am completely where I should be and in what I should be. For some of you guys, it might be your goals are to do something in terms of creativity. Maybe you don't get what you want here because you're not being creative, for example. And as a result of that, your focus is to open up your world. It's not to close it, it's to open it. Some of you guys, it might be to go out into the world, to experience more things, because your goals are to be that Queen of Cups, which is a person who is highly psychic, highly intuitive. If your goal is to be a Queen of Cups, really for me, this is to either do something that a Queen of Cups would do. This is somebody who's a counsellor, somebody who reads tarot, somebody who's a psychic, somebody who might work with children, who might work with animals, somebody who could be a nurse, for example, somebody who might work in the creative world, for example, somebody who might, you know, work on for example, an art gallery, that type of thing. This is the type of lady that this would be. She's very, cups represent creativity. So it might be some of you guys, your goal is to work in something creative, especially if you're doing something that's not bringing you rewards. But I don't just mean financial rewards, I mean spiritual rewards as well. And as a result of that, your focus for 2018 will be on the Ten of Wands in the reverse. And this is about letting go of pressure and letting go of burdens, because the Ten of Wands in the reverse, for me, when I read the Ten of Wands in reverse, every reader reads differently, and you'll find that if you read tarot books, Aquarius, some tarot readers will say the Ten of Wands in the reverse is about carrying too many burdens. I would say that this is about carrying too many burdens. When you do a reversal, you're looking at the opposite of what the upright meaning means, or you're looking at the absence of the energy. So the absence of the Ten of Wands in the upright is all about pressure and burdens. Well, if it's reversed, then we have the absence of pressure. So you guys, the focus will be on relieving the pressure of this energy here, because your challenge is the Knight of Cups in the reverse. Your heart isn't in what you do. Knight of Cups in the reverse means my heart isn't in it. I do things half-heartedly, or I don't want to do it. I don't want to pursue it. Knight of Cups in the reverse is I don't want to pursue. I'm not interested. You know, I don't feel fulfilled. I don't feel excited by what I'm doing. It's all of those words in the reverse, Aquarius. So your challenge is for you guys, some of you, your heart isn't in what you do. And that's why you've got here. Because you're feeling a sense of being unrewarded with the Seven of Coins. That's the problem. That's in your family. That's what's starting everything. That's the root issue of what's going on in 2018 for you guys. That you don't feel rewarded in what you do. Whether that's financially wise, or whether that's you guys feeling, well, you know, I've put a lot of effort into something, but it's not giving me that spiritual or emotional or financial gain that I thought it would do. So as a result of that, stage one of me finding my better life in 2018 is to open my world up even further with the world in the reverse, because my goals are the Queen of Cups, and this is either to be more spiritually aligned with what you do, more psychically aligned, more emotionally connected to what you do, or it could be to work in any one of those creative fields that I spoke of, Aquarius. And as a result of that, the focus beyond, well, I'm going to let go of all of these burdens and restrictions that I've found doing whatever I was doing here. Because to be honest with you, my challenge is that my heart isn't in it with the Knight of Cups energy. My heart isn't in what I do. But as a result of that, in stage 2, the second stage of living a better life in 2018, and how you overcome this challenge of your heart not being in a certain direction that you're in, Aquarius, is to do this. 3 of Pentacles. It's to start a conversation, start some dialogue, start communicating with others. If you don't like what you do, get out and show your resume. Be active. The 3s in the tarot represent activation. So when you get a number 3, you're activating something new. 3 of Wands is a card that represents activating. It represents to launch. 3 of Cups is about celebrating a success. So it's initial success that has occurred with the 3 of Cups. Yeah? 3 of Swords is all about pain, but how we get over that pain. It's the activation of pain, but and in turn, if we turn the 3 of Swords in the reverse, is how we start to come out of that. They all deal with activation. And when you get a 3 of Coins, this is about activating a new plan. This is about devising a plan of action. This is about starting a new project. So if your heart isn't in what you do, you either go out and you start seeking more information, you start talking to other people, you start doing more meetings, you start showing. You can see on the card here there's 2 people, Aquarius, that are showing their resume. This can be anything. It can be 2 people showing their resume to a boss. It can be getting yourself noticed, because the third person can be getting themselves noticed by others, which is why we look at this card and it's a card of being watched by other people, because people are revering you for the work. So this is about putting yourself out there, making sure that people recognize you. In the reverse, this is about non-recognition. In the upright, this is about getting yourself recognized, noticed. And you can get yourself recognized or noticed, Aquarius, by either being the third person on the card or the 2 people showing the resume. This is about meeting up with people, socializing, creating networks, working in a network of people. So if your heart isn't in what you do, Aquarius, then how do you overcome that challenge? Well, you do this, the 3 of Coins. Broaden your network of people. Start getting yourself out there. Start showing who you are. Start showing your resume off, your CV off. Start creating a dialogue with other people so that you can easily transcend from whatever this thing is that you're in. Because the next stage, the third stage of living the better life in 2018, and what you'll need to do, is the 4 of Wands. This is brilliant. So the third stage is about launching new ventures with the 4 of Wands. For some of you guys, it will be about moving, from where you are. 4 of Wands is a move card. So easily when it comes up in this position, it can be about moving location. Some of you guys, another way to the third stage, here's the second stage, that you're starting to talk to people. You're starting to create a dialogue, a conversation. You're starting to show who you are. You're starting to show your skills, your abilities to others, if your heart isn't in what you do currently, Aquarius. That's the second stage to how you start living your better life. As a result of that, the third stage is to start working on a new venture. If you want to move or you want to relocate, do that with the 4 of Wands. Because the 4 of Wands is all about happiness and abundance and momentum and joy. So it's telling you to be happy, be joyful. Live in the moment with that 4 of Wands. Start new ventures. You've already started the conversation. Now, from the conversation, you need the action with the Wands. Wands represent action. And the 4 of Wands is all about investing in new ventures with others. This is the card of success, but with more to do. So start building on the success that you already have here with this 4 of Wands. You guys in 2018 are the Queen of Swords. Okay, so you're practical, you're astute, you're very much in control. You know exactly what it is that you want. You know that you have the mental ability to create change and to make decisions based on head rather than heart in 2018. But you also know that you've got the ability to make those mental decisions based on heart rather than head as well. Because she has the hand held out. The hand is a part of being human. The sword is the part of thinking. So to me, the hand is a part of the emotional aspect of what we are. She's double-edged sword in a way, is the Queen of Swords. And she can be confusing because she can be mixed message person as well. On the one hand, she got her hand held out, but the sword says so far. So it is completely, when you get the Queen of Swords, this person knows that she has the power to create a change. She knows it, for sure. So you guys are the Queen of Swords. You're probably even looking to cut things out, because the Queen of Swords looks to cut. She thinks about the situation, but with the sword, she tends to cut or sever ties. So some of you guys, it's not just about taking control. It's also you guys are showing us somebody who will not suffer fools gladly. And you will make that cut if you need to make it. Coming in, what you guys will probably experience in 2018 is the Eight of Swords. So you might experience feeling a sense of limitation somewhere along the line in 2018 on your journey to living that better life. There might be restrictions, there might be things that you're going to need to deal with, you're going to need to kind of find a way to ruse yourself out of, you know. And as a tarot reader, we don't on a lot of the readings, some of the readings I did for January, sort of the 1st to the 15th, I got a lot of, I had complaints from, especially I think it was Scorpio, and they were kind of like, oh, this is negative and this is this, and it's like, look, why do you expect the tarot? Why do you think the tarot reader owes you anything? The tarot reader doesn't owe you a damn thing. The tarot reader owes you the truth. The tarot reader owes you the reading that they see in the cards. That's all the tarot reader owes to you. Whether you pay for the reading or not, that is the only thing that the tarot, I think it was 2 readings that I did for Scorpio, and there was a couple of people that were complaining and saying, oh, this is not uplifting for January. It's like, fuck off. Sorry for swearing. But it makes me so mad, so angry that people think that because it hits January 1st, you owe them a positive reading. I try my best to turn things around to be as positive as I can. But I can't stop if there are limitations. Everybody goes through limitations. Everybody does. We want to live our best lives. Of course we do, Aquarius. Of course we do. Everybody does. But you can't help if shit hits the fan from time to time. You can't. You can't. That is what being human is. Life is not a bowl of cherries. Okay? And nobody in life, even right from the Queen to the President, right down to the person sitting in the gutter, Everybody has their ups and everybody has their downs. It's what's being human, and it's what life is. And some of you guys will experience this with the Eight of Swords, but the problem isn't the Eight of Swords, because the Eight of Swords is a normal part of life. We all have fears, and some of you guys might experience fear with the Eight of Swords, because the Eight of Swords says, well, I fear and I don't know how to deal with the situation. Really, the fear with the Eight of Swords is shit. I've got this situation happening and I'm afraid and I don't know how to tackle it and I don't know how to deal with it. Okay, some of you guys might find that your hands are hide behind your back in a situation that comes and you really don't know how to sort it out. Some of you guys, you might have limiting thoughts. It might be that everything's going really well here. You're starting to develop new projects with that Four of Wands. Some of you guys, it might be that you're moving location. You decide to move. But then in comes some form of, something that kind of shakes the cart a little bit with the Eight of Swords. But the Eight of Swords is not the problem. There is no problem with any one of the tarot cards. Not one of these tarot cards is actually bad. It's all about how the human being responds to the card or responds to the situation. And I'll get another card on that in a moment. Your hopes or fears? Well, your hopes are to be rewarded. Six of Coins. Some of you guys, your hopes might be that you enter into a situation where you can give something, you can be of value to others. Because the Six of Coins is a card about being of value. It's a card of charity. So if you're the person here, this is all about, well, I hope that I receive what my worth is. I hope somebody sees my worth. Because the Six of Coins shows a man who is looking down at one person. There's one person. But it's almost like this is a card of take your turn. Because this is a card of, when I look at the Six of Coins, it reminds me of Flavour of the Month. Because we've got this person sitting here. So this card almost says to me, you have your moment in the sun. Everybody has their moment in the sun. But this is like your 15 minutes of fame, because there'll always be somebody else that comes along. So cherish it. So your hopes for some of you guys, it might be to receive your moment in the sun. Because you don't have it here. For some of you guys, it might be to feel rewarded for what you do because you don't have it here. And for some of you guys, it might be, well, I want to give some value back because this is something that you find unrewarding and you got, especially if something you're doing here. The foundation is, I feel that, whatever I'm doing, it doesn't seem to be you know, giving me the results that I want with this Seven of Coins in the reverse, and my goal is to do something that is based on spirituality and it's based on emotional reward with the Queen of Cups, then it might be that your hopes are with the Six of Coins. Well, I'm hoping that I'm able to give something of value back for some of you guys. The overall advice for 2018 and how you start to live a better life is Ten of Coins in the reverse, which is interesting to show as the advice. The Ten of Coins in the reverse for me is about focusing on the self. Because in the upright, this is where you have to focus on others. You have to focus on joint wealth. But also, the focus with the Ten of Coins is about money and creating great wealth. So you don't necessarily have to create wealth with others with the Ten of Coins. And for some of you guys, it might be to take the onus off wealth with the Ten of Coins in the reverse. Because this is the advice of how you create the best life for yourself. For some of you guys, it might be, well, take the onus of prestige and creating great wealth, because here you might not have received what you wanted. You might have invested so much time, so much energy into creating. You know, if some of you guys run your own businesses, Aquarius, you might have worked so hard to create a whole heap of wealth, and there's nothing wrong with that at all. Nothing wrong at all. We all have to have a goal. But look at how different these cards are. One deals with finances, material stuff, money, and one deals with the spiritual and the emotional. They're two different things, and your goal is to be this Queen of Cups. Your goal is the Queen of Cups. And this is to feel more emotionally balanced, to feel more emotionally in sync with yourself and with others. Some of you guys, you might want to do something a little bit more creative or something that connects you with others a little bit more. Because the foundation, the problem is the Seven of Coins, whatever it was that you were doing is not bringing rewards to you. Yeah? And also your challenge is that your heart isn't in it. Whatever it is you're doing, your heart isn't in it. So this is your challenge. So if we looked at, for example, this card here, the energies around you guys for 2018 is all about letting go of big burdens that some of you guys are carrying, because your challenge is that your heart isn't in whatever it is that you're doing with that Knight of Cups. Because at the base of everything, you don't feel rewarded in what you do, and that's what's constituting to the problem. Because the foundation goes straight up to the present situation or the energies around you. So from this card, we can see why this is occurring. And it's because you don't feel rewarded. You're not getting whatever it is you're putting in to whatever it is you're doing in 2018, Aquarius, you're not getting out with the Seven of Coins in the reverse. And as a result of that, your focus is on letting go, Ten of Wands, releasing the burden of this, because the challenge is, my heart's not in what I'm doing. So a lot of this is to do with your energy, and that you don't feel like, you know, you're possibly feeling unrewarded because your heart isn't in what you're doing. So we can say that maybe this is more about feeling a lack of emotional satisfaction. For some of you guys, you feel that you haven't found your purpose. And what I'm seeing in this reading, Aquarius, is that some of you guys feel this is more about a purpose thing for you guys. This is more about your life path. This is more about, I don't feel that I am fulfilling my purpose. What am I here to do? What has God put me on the earth to do? What has the angels put me on the earth to do? And this is the crux of the matter. Because the challenge position is important in a reading. The challenge tells you what's really going on, along with this card here. So, because we have a cup card and it's reversed, it says, my heart isn't in what I do. Knight of Cups in the reverse. You get Ace of Cups reverse, Knight of Cups reverse, your heart isn't in it. Both cards refer to somebody's heart isn't in something. Page of Cups reversed again, my heart isn't in it. King of Cups reversed, my heart isn't in it. Queen of Cups reversed is more about feeling the resentment of something. But cards like Knight of Cups, King of Cups, Ace of Cups reversed, all those cards reversed say, I don't feel it. I don't feel it. I don't feel the emotional link. I don't feel receptive, like I want to be receptive to something. I don't reciprocate these feelings. So your challenge is, I feel, Aquarius, is that your heart isn't in something in, you know, going into 2018, your heart isn't in something, Knight of Cups. Okay, and that's why. That's what's constituting, as a result of that, that's what's constituting you wanting to let go of a burden, because you don't feel rewarded, because your heart isn't in it. So therefore, this is probably not about financial stuff. This is more about, but my heart isn't in what I do. Okay? And therefore it starts a conversation, an internal dialogue to stage one, which says, well, if my heart isn't in something, then maybe at stage one what I need to do is I need to start opening up my world, the world in the reverse. It's not shutting it down and it's not closing it off. It's more, and it's not kind of saying, well, I'm going to shut this down completely, because we've got that you don't feel rewarded here. And as a result of feeling a lack of rewards in what you do, some of you guys, it might be financial, but I think that this is more emotional, because this is your challenge, Knight of Cups in the reverse. So as a result of not feeling a sense of being rewarded with the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse, as a result of that, you say to yourself, the internal dialogue is, well, I need to open my world up then. This isn't the end for me. So stage one is recognizing this isn't the end for me. What I need to do is this, because my goal is the Queen of Cups, to feel more emotionally connected, more spiritually connected, to find my soul purpose with this Queen of Cups energy. And as a result of that, you guys are recognizing with this Ten of Wands in the reverse, the energy around you in 2019 is, I must let go of the burden of whatever this is, because my heart isn't in it. And the second stage of creating your best life, the second stage is in position 6. Well, speak to people, show people who you are, show people what you're capable of. If you have a vocation, I get a feeling that a lot of you guys have a vocation that you want to follow, or you'll want to follow in 2018. And it's all about following that vocation and following that purpose, because everybody has a purpose. What is life without a purpose? Some of us can go through life. Some people get up in the morning, 6, 7 o'clock in the morning, Aquarius, and they go to work. And they work 9 till 5. They earn their money and they work 5 days a week, and then they go home, and then they repeat the whole cycle over again after the weekend, and then they do it for life. They might take 1 or 2 holidays a year, but nothing is fulfilling, because it's almost like they're robots and they're just trudging along because it's just what they've always done. That's not living. And I get the feeling that you Aquarius guys want to live. You really want to live in 2018. You want to, it's not about the money. It's not about the money. It's about the purpose. It's about the soul. What is my purpose in life? This is what this reading is screaming out to me, Aquarius. What is my purpose? What am I here to do? I don't just want to go to work fucking 9 to 5. I don't want to just, you know, get up and get washed, get dressed, have breakfast, get in the car, drive to work, do my work, come home, make dinner, go to bed. Next day, same thing, same robotic action. I want to get up in the morning and I want to feel fulfilled. I want to feel like, go out and breathe the fresh air and say, oh, I'm going to do something that I love, something that I'm always going to do. Till the day I die, I'm going to do it. This is where you guys want to be. Because your challenge is, whatever you're doing, your heart's not in it. Your heart's not in it. And as a result of that, how you overcome that challenge is by talking to others, gaining more knowledge from others. So if there's something you've always wanted to do, maybe the Three of Pentacles is about gaining knowledge from a more experienced person, asking questions. For some of you guys, it's showing what your worth is, showing who you are, showing what your capabilities are to others, finding something else. And from there, stage 3, it's about leaping into action with the Four of Wands, starting this dialogue off, starting the building process, because you know that there's more work to be done. You guys are this Queen of Swords. But this is you guys in control with the Queen of Swords. You know that there is something in your life that you want, the hand, and something in your life that you don't want, the sword. Now, you will experience the Eight of Swords coming in for some of you guys. And don't get out your pram about it, because that's what life is. Life is not all dandy and rosy. Not for me, not for you, not for anyone. Okay, not for anyone. But you will overcome it. See, it's brilliant. See this Eight of Swords here? This Eight of Swords relates to this and this. This is why it's showing up here, you see? Coming in, you get the Nine of Wands in the reverse. It says, I'm overcoming worry and anxiety. So it says, this Eight of Swords, this prison, you will overcome it with the Nine of Swords in the reverse. Because this prison here is your Seven of Pentacles reversed. I don't feel rewarded. This Eight of Swords is your Knight of Cups reversed. My heart's not in it. But those are the only two areas. Everything else is amazing. Everything else is so bright and vibrant and wonderful. These are the only two areas that you feel like this, and you're overcoming it. You are going to overcome this through this Four of Wands. Starting to immerse yourself in new ventures, building new blocks, building more security and stability for yourself, but in a very fun and happy way, starting new creative ventures with the Four of Wands. And as a result of that, this trap of this doesn't reward me, this trap of my heart isn't in it, you overcome it with the Nine of Swords. It's a brilliant reading for 2018. Really, really good, because your process starts here. First stage, world in reverse. Let me broaden my horizons. Second stage, from broadening your horizons, getting yourself out there, talking to people, communicating, getting advice, showing your skills, showing your worth, sending your resumes off, your CVs, whatever it is to get your recognition here. Starting to build, work on different projects with a view to having success. From there, stage 4, knowing that you're at a point where you're getting the success you need, but looking forward and enjoying working on this even more. And yes, it's brilliant, because as a result of these 3 stages here, this trap that you felt here and here, you're overcoming it. And the overall outcome, the overall advice for how you start to create a better life is this 10 of coins in the reverse. And 10 of coins in the reverse is where, you know, we have to look at what an advice of the 10 of coins would be. About how we have to look at how the card can influence you creating a better life. To me, this is about being free, because the card talks about long term. Talks about building long-term stability, but it also talks about building wealth. So how you start to build or enjoy the best life that you can. Some of you guys, it might be that you earn money with the 7 of coins, but the job doesn't reward you because your heart isn't in it. So if that's the case for some of you guys, take your onus of the money. 10 of coins in the reverse. 10 of swords in the reverse now. Take your onus of the money if you want to have freedom. If you want to have release with the 10 of swords in the reverse. It's a money card, it's a financial card. Some of you guys take your onus of having to work in big buildings, in conglomerate buildings, in massive establishments that make lots of money if you want release. Take your onus of the big finance, the big bucks if you want release. Because it's more about doing what you love in 2018 rather than earning a whole heap of cash. Some of you guys, your hopes are to be rewarded. But I think that this is more about some of you guys, especially if your vocation, your goal is the Queen of Cups. It might be to help others. It might be to, your hopes are that you can be of service to others with the 6 of coins. 6 of coins is a card about service. Giving our service to others. And therefore, if you want to create the best life for yourself, take your onus of the 10 of coins. Take your onus of maybe staying in a job long term so that you can get the pension and you can get this and get that if you want release with that 10 of swords in the reverse. We don't look at the 10 of swords and the 10 of coins in the reverse now as a negative thing. Reversals are not negative. They're there to give light and shade and tone to a reading. 10 of coins in the reverse is all about unstable finances or an unstable establishment or unstable family, or having to leave something, okay, because you're leaving the security. So this card deals with separation. So for some of you guys, if you want to live the best life that you can, some of you guys, the advice is, well, separate from whatever it is that you have been doing long term. Separate from the family. I don't mean your immediate family. I mean, for example, a work family. Separate from the family that you've been in if you want release with the 10 of swords in the reverse. This is all about removing and detaching yourself from the very thing that you've been building up, or from the very thing that you've been in, I feel, long term. Separate yourself from the energy with the 10 of coins in the reverse if you want the release. It's a brilliant reading. It really is a good reading. It's wonderful. I love that reading, Aquarius. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. You guys, I really feel with this reading that for 2018, your eye is more on fulfilling your purpose, fulfilling your spiritual purpose, fulfilling the purpose that God has put you on earth to do, finding your light, I know it sounds very cliched, but this is how I feel. Finding your light, finding your purpose, finding your tribe, finding where you need to be, where you're meant to be, and working towards there. Because I think that there is something in some of your lives that has not been fulfilling you for the longest time, and what you're looking for in 2018, it's the way that you want to build the best life is by finding the fulfillment that you're living in your private lives. And that can be in work. And I think this is a work thing. Or I think it's a work thing more than anything for some of you guys. Or it's something that you're doing in life, but it's not giving you great satisfaction. And what you want to find is the satisfaction in life. And that doesn't depend on money. let's have a look at what the advice cards are for you Aquarius for 2018. So I have to keep moving my hair away from my microphone. So healing with the angels, universe, angels, what is the advice that you have for Aquarius on how they find their best life in 2018? What is the advice that you have for Aquarius on how they find their best life in 2018? Show me. Enchantment is the card that fell out. And what I'm going to do, I'm just going to have a look in my booklet and see what enchantment has to say. Recapture your childhood sense of wonder and awe. View the world as a magical place. And I really get that here in this reading. This is about taking things backwards. You're not rewarded here and your heart isn't in what you do. It says here, remember when you were a child and how magical the world seemed. This is why you're opening up your world, I feel here, with the world in the reverse. The sense of enchantment in the spirit of our inner child. Somewhere along the way, did you lose that sense of wonder? Exactly, because you guys have lost a sense of wonder. There's a tiredness here. The root issue is tiredness, 7 of coins in the reverse. I'm not getting out of whatever I'm putting in. I just don't feel that I'm getting, I'm not getting either the financial, the finances out of it, or I'm not getting, the feeling of happiness, or the feeling that I'm really achieving something with this 7 of coins in the reverse. The angels ask you to recapture your magical sense by remembering that a miraculous power surrounds you. Ask God and the angels to help you with anything, small or large. Don't worry, you aren't removing angels from more important tasks when you ask for their help with everyday situations. They truly want to support you so that you are free of worries. In that way, you exude the joy and wonder of children who trust that they are taken care of, and when you are joyful, your divine light inspires everyone who sees you. That's just beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Ask the Lord, ask the angels for divine guidance, because you have a purpose to fulfill, Aquarius, in 2018, and that's what you're searching for. Let's have a look at the other advice card from the Archangel Power Tarot cards. So, Universe Spirit, what is the advice? What is the second bit of advice you have for Aquarius on how they can achieve their best life in 2018? What is the advice that you have for Aquarius? Show me. The Empress, stability and efficiency, taking charge of a situation and ambitious plans. This is all about you guys taking charge. And I think that you're taking charge here and here and here. If your heart's not in something, in your challenged position, then take charge with the 3 of coins. Put yourself out there. Show people what you're made of. Show people who you are. Learn. 3 of coins is all about learning, asking questions. Start new ventures, start new projects with others, communicate, network. This is all what this is to do with. This is about saying, look, my heart isn't in what I do, so what can I do to overcome that? Start talking, getting involved in a tribe. 3 of coins, 3s represent tribes. So start aligning yourself with people that have your, that you can, feel an affinity to, that you feel will understand where you're going, that you can work with. That's what the Emperor does. This is all about taking charge, putting things in order. And let's have a look at the final piece of advice for you Aquarians for 2018 and how you can perhaps start living your best lives. Universe Spirit, what is the advice, finally, Esther and Jerry Hicks, through the teachings of Abraham? What is the advice that you have for Aquarians on how they can start living their best lives in 2018? Show me. My thoughts join a powerful swirling of vortex of attraction. So this is the card that came out for this here. And it says on the back, in the same way that the law of attraction is responding to the thoughts, words and actions that you are offering here in your physical reality, the law of attraction is always responding powerfully to your vibrational reality. Absolutely. When the law of attraction, the universal manager of all vibrations, responds to the clarity of vibration offered by your expanding inner being, the result is a powerful swirling vortex of attraction. And amen. I couldn't have said it much better. It's a beautiful card. it's not just important to start acting out what you feel. So when we have a visualization, as I said in this reading, I feel that for Aquarius in 2018, a lot of you have a purpose and you feel that it's not being fulfilled here because your heart isn't in it, and that's fine. And as a result of that, your energy is all about letting go of the burdens that you find in this energy here of the Seven of Coins. You open yourself up. The first stage is open up your world, open up your vortex, open up your energy. Okay, allow yourself, your energy of want and desire, because what the universe tends to do, we not only think and visualize where we want to be, Aquarius, we feel it. We feel it. And when the universe senses and sees what you feel, it starts acting on that energy with you. So it starts putting people in certain places for you. It starts putting certain things on the internet for you to see. It starts putting books in your way. It starts putting little headlines on, you know, on lampposts when you're walking along, or on billboards, to just to show that it recognizes what you want to do, just so it shows you that it wants to push you along. So sit in the vibrational energy of where you want to be in 2018. Think it, visualize it, and feel it. Think, feel, visualize, and most of all, be. All of those actions will pull you further along to what you want to achieve. You guys, I feel some of you in this reading will want to achieve your life purpose. The universe is saying, take control of that then. Take control of the situation. Get yourself out there. Talk to more people. Show more people what you are capable of doing. Ask more advice so you start to build knowledge. Knowledge is power. Enchantment. Believe in yourself. Feel open to any possibilities of you achieving your soul purpose. Act like the fearless child again. Don't stay stagnate in what you don't want. Come out of that shell, Aquarius, and allow your vibration to be free. Open up. Sit in that vibration of desire rather than lack in 2018. I don't see any lack at all in this reading. Any lack whatsoever. All I see is evolvement with Aquarius in 2018. I think that you are greatly evolving as individuals, and it's all because when you have a life purpose. Let me tell you a quick story. When I started Carol's Universe back in 2014, I'd had enough of the offices. I had to do one more office while I was getting this all working and doing the YouTube videos. But after that experience in that office in 2015, that was it for me. I said, no more offices, that's it. That is it. I'm going to see if I can make a go of Carol's Universe. And I sat in that vibration, and I said to him, and I meant it. I meant every word. This wasn't a lie. This was no joke. I said, you know what? I love tarot. My purpose is to do tarot. It is to do tarot, and I'm going to make a success of it no matter what. Now, it wasn't easy at first at all, but my business has grown and grown and grown and grown. So much so I don't have to go and work for anyone anymore. I work for myself. I'm going to see a few offices on Friday because I want to set myself up in an office so that I have a view to maybe doing counselling, one-on-one counselling sessions through the tarot. I want to go to college, do a little bit of counselling training. You know, I read. I'm thinking about ways. I'm setting up another website. I want to get it to the top of Google. I have so many desires, so many goals that I want to achieve. I really do, and I will do it. You can see through my arms, through my hands, I will do it. The desire is there. I will achieve it. Let that energy run through you, because I'm telling you, when you feel that energy right now as I'm talking to you guys, I feel such a rush of blood and excitement and, you know, just wonderful, wonderful energy over me. And that's the vibration that you need to be in. This isn't a vibration of fear. It's not a vibration that says, oh, I bet I've got to do this because I don't want to do this. This is a vibration of, I am exactly where I need to be. I know exactly what I need to do. I know exactly what I want to do. And you go with that vibration, because when you're in the vibration of absolute desire and expectation, the universe starts responding to that. Follow your dreams. It's a cliche thing to say, but it's true. Your best life in 2018, how you create it, how you live it, is by following your purpose. Now, I'm not saying that for some of you guys, if there's a job that you can't stand doing, or there's a job that doesn't fulfill you and you know that there's another path you want to be on, I'm not saying that it will come just like that, because you'll more than likely have to do certain things you don't want to do. I had to do it before I was able to run Carol's Universe as a fully fledged business. I had to carry on working in places that I couldn't stand. I hated them. Sometimes I couldn't get up in the morning. I was being picked on, bullied at places. It was awful. But you know what? I knew that God had my back, and I knew that he would take me to another place. I just had to hold on in there. I'm not telling you that everything will be absolutely rosy in the garden. I never say that to any client at all. But what I'm saying is you're on a very, very good start. Once you got that purpose and you got that desire, you will achieve it. You will live your best life in 2018, but you need to be true to yourself and follow whatever that life purpose is. Okay, that is your How to Live Your Best Life in 2018 reading, Aquarius. I'd like to say thanks ever so much for joining me on Carol's Universe, and keep your eyes peeled because you've got to your next reading, How to Find True Love in 2018, and that's for you guys who are either single or simply just looking for love. Even if you're in a relationship, you might not be that happy in the relationship. If you're looking for the real deal love, this reading will help you on your way to finding it. So keep your eyes peeled for that. Love you guys loads. Speak to you soon. Take care.